So we are looking at some Sloth Jiu Jitsu no gi guard game. We did the passing, the pressure passing, but this is what should be learned first from this position. So again, guard can be frenzies. If I'm up against a younger, more athletic person, I don't want to be playing stop your knees throw. I don't want to be playing a frenzy and he's cartwheeling over my game. I need some way of slowing the game down, connecting myself to Tyrone, and then once I have that connection, he's going to waste a lot more energy than me trying to actually pass my guard. So the two guards we're going to look at is coyote guard or knee lever guard or leech half guard, whatever you want to call it, and deep half guard. So we're going to look at pulling half guard, sloth half guard from standing. But just to give you a little bit of a idea of what the coyote guard is, or the half guard, Sloth Jiu Jitsu half guard is, I basically have an underhook. I scissor Tyrone's knee so it lands in front of my hip, and I put in a knee lever here. So now I've connected myself to Tyrone. Again, I'll be curling my foot back, and I'm basically in this position here. If Tyrone moves around from here, it's very, very difficult. Anything that he does is easy for me to control. Once I get here, I'm in a lot of control positions where I can come up and start doing things. So the goal is to get there, and then the pathways we take from there depends on the reactions he makes. So obviously to get there, we're going to go from standing. And again, from standing it's a lot easier to get there, because if you think about, if we just go on this side, bro, if I say it was a knee shield half guard, alright, just basic knee shield or Z guard or whatever you want to call it. Tyrone knows I want the underhook. For me to get the leech half guard or coyote guard, I have to win the underhook. So I could spend the whole match trying to win this, and he's not letting me. So I really want, I want this, and now from there I can knee him in the butt or scissor my leg, and now I'm in the position that I want. But that could be difficult from guard, but from standing, it's a lot more easier, because he's that busy trying to take me down or defend himself from falling. I already have the underhook. So when I pull half guard, I'm straight into leech half guard. So say from our position, just move over there, bro. We're in two lefts. I have a primary defensive hand, because if I just have my hands up, and again, from stand-up, no gi game, I probably want to be lower than Tyrone, because obviously I'm going to be shooting for double legs, single legs, but so does he. I don't want him just moving into the single leg position. That's why this hand is just here. So the minute he sneaks, I can just start snagging him and stuff from here. So that would be my defensive position here. Again, we'll go into this at a later stage. My second hand is just a distance maker. It's just basically keeping Tyrone back from here until I make a single leg tie. And once I have that, I'm looking for the underhook in my head moves into the position. Okay. Once I'm here, now notice the way Tyrone's right leg is back. I'm just going to circle to make him take a step, and then my foot steps in to the half guard. Notice the way he hasn't put his right knee on the mat, and it's between my legs. Once I'm there, I take out my left knee and I start to scissor him as I win the underhook, and the underhook over his back. Again, I don't want him pushing with his foot and kicking through, So what I'm doing with my knee, with my heel, I curl it back, I hump his leg, and I engage my hips. So if he tries to, and while he's doing that, I have the sweep, or in this case we'll just look at the back take because he's no whizzer on. Let's get another angle on that. So just from a standing position, I want my head lower than Tyrone's. I'll have my left hand down, my primary arm, defending the single leg. Anytime he moves in for that, I can just keep him back with that hand. But when the moment's right, I make a single leg tie. And then I cut an angle and win an underhook in a head position. I mean, if his legs there, I'm just pulling off guard, but more than likely he'll keep that leg back. So I'm going to circle to make him take that step, and now from there my right leg steps in and hooks, and I'm pulling him to me. But now I need to redirect this knee. It's between my legs. I want this knee over my hip. So once I get to there, I use my knee and I push, and there's my 2 underhooks. I'm in my position. That makes sense. Obviously I can sweep from here, but if there's no whizzer on, my hand finds the armpit and I just move my head out the back door. And now from there, I will be securing harness and starting to get into back positions. Let's take a look at that again. So I want my head lower than Tyrone's. Maybe this hand is a distance maker. I have my defensive hand here. I'm pushing. I'm maybe faking for that. Maybe I'll come down low, and as he tries to stop that with his defensive hand, I'm going to make the single necktie. Of course, then he might be trying to pop that off and stuff, and we look at that in different times. Now I'm just going to circle and win that underhook. Once I win the underhook, head positions everything. Because I'm not connected to Tyrone. Tyrone can move away, he's pulling his head up. But once I get my head into that space, posture bro, I'm here. And I need that rear leg, so I'm just going to circle. And the second I circle, my right leg is going to hook it, and I pull him towards me, and then I just scissor my legs. And there's my 2 underhooks. That's what I want there. Notice the way my elbow is also in front of the knee, so if he tries to sit through from there, it can be difficult. I'm never going to sweep him this way if his hands is on the mat, if that makes sense. Only if he's got a whizzer on. Yeah, then the sweep will be that way. But if he's got his hands on the mat, I'm taking the back. So from that position, that underhook just finds a C grip at the armpit, and I move my head away. Once I'm in that position, I build a base to my elbow, and that hand comes back to the tight waist grip. Keep the hook with my left leg, and I build a base to my right knee. I don't even worry about putting the hook in. I just build the base to come up, and then I secure myself to Tyrone. And now from there, I have an underhook. I am going to circle and pull him between my legs. And now from here, we can work on securing the back position. So, just a basic way of pulling half guard from stand up into our desired Sloth Jiu Jitsu half guard, and then we will build on that.